Welcome to AgiLeads. Here's a quick video of how your front office can use the AgiLeads dashboard. First, once you pick a browser of your choice, you can go to app.agileads.us. That is app.agileads.us. And once you go to the URL, it'll prompt you for the user ID and password for your practice. Once you're prompted with the email, enter in the email and the password that you use to sign up with AgiLeads and sign in to log in into the dashboard of AgiLeads. Once you log in, this is the dashboard that you will see, which shows the opportunities that are in your pipeline and the overall pipeline value of the revenue potential that your practice can benefit from following through on these leads. So the main dashboard that you want to look at is the opportunities tab, where you click on the opportunities, and at any given point of time it is going to show you your entire pipeline and the leads in your pipeline currently. So let me take a minute to describe the dashboard here. To start with, you see the new leads and the warm leads. So these are the leads that actually have reached out to your practice by online means. By online, I mean they reached out either by filling in a contact form on your website, or they reached out to you through a Facebook Messenger, or maybe through a website chat, or maybe a GMB chat. It could be any sources that actually they can reach out to your practice on, and they given their information about your name, about their phone number, and their optionally their email address as well. These automatically come into the new leads and warm leads. The people that actually pick up the phone and call your practice, they go into the first call along with the recording of the call if they happen to talk to you or practice. And these are the leads that you can actually follow up on when you come in and actually follow through on giving them a call back and actually moving them through different stages of this pipeline. So in this pipeline, new leads will keep all the leads that actually have filled in a contact form or any online means that they reached out to your practice. Warm leads are the leads that actually responded via text or email to your message. The first call, second call, third call are the people who actually ended up leads actually happening to talk to your practice once or twice or thrice so far. Again, you will have the recording of these in the contact. And I'm in charge stage is where you actually move a contact into the stage because you want to control the communications and do not want any nurturing happening. And schedule is the last stage where you have been able to schedule the lead. Let me walk you through a quick flow of how a lead can actually reach out to your practice and how you are able to take them through the different stages in the funnel. So for example, let's say you have a website for your practice, which is agiledentist.us for the demo purpose. And let's say I go to the website. Your website has a form. Your website also maybe has like a chat window. So let's say I go to your contact form and fill in the information about interested in implants, and I fill in this form here. So this is one of the mechanisms by which contact can actually reach out to you. And you can see that there's a thank you page that gets displayed. And on the AgiLeads dashboard, you can see that in real time, my contact Shankar Kupuswamy has automatically appeared in the new leads. And I immediately get a text message from Agile Dental Care saying, thank you for contacting, we'll be glad to help you. So what you can do as a front office is you can actually, anytime a new lead comes, you can actually click on it. And the contact is going to show information in terms of what the information that the lead actually shared with your practice. Here you can see that my name, my first name, last name, my email address, the phone number that I entered for when I actually filled in that form. And when you go to additional info, click on this one, and there is a lot of information that people can enter. But let's say I click on this hide empty fields. That way you only see the information that people have entered. And if any message that comes in your how can we help you page, that is an information that can actually show up on the additional info. You can see that interested in implants is a message I entered, and that is showing up here in additional info. And contact basically shows all the contact information of mine. And here you can see that from your dental practice as a lead, I have gotten an email already saying thank you for reaching out and what's a good time to reach out. And I also start to get text messages in a predefined schedule. Early on, it will start once a day, and then it'll taper down to once every 2 days and once every 3 days, and then we send an email a week. So that way, there is a constant nurturing that happens on behalf of your practice to stay in front of the mind of the lead. Now, anytime you come here, you will be able to see the communication that has been happening with the lead. Now, you have a choice of responding back to the lead via SMS or via email. So let's say I, as a lead, let's say I get these text messages on my cell phone, and I go in there and I can say that there's a message saying, let's get you scheduled with Dr. Baird. Can I call you today? Sure. I will call you soon. Let's say I text a message right now to your practice. Just on the text that I received, you can see that the dashboard immediately captures that. Sure, I will call you soon. And this gives you a way for you to be able to interact with them. The moment lead is responding already to your messages, now the lead is automatically moved into warm leads, right, as you can see here. And now this lead that was cold early on, that just reached out to you early on, now has become a warm lead because they're already starting to respond to some of the automatic nurturing that is happening. So as you can see, the powerfulness of AgiLeads is where the new leads and warm leads are constantly nurtured automatically through emails and text messages in a frequent schedule, where we entice them to be able to give your dental practice a call. And now as a front office, you have choices where, let's say, a person actually texts back saying, sure, I will call you soon. Now you can say that you can come into the dashboard again and you can say, sure, I can call you soon. You can see that there is constantly the the messages that keep going on in case the two-way communication has not happened. Now you can say that please call us anytime till 5 p.m. today. Now you can actually respond via SMS, and this is something that I will be able to see on my cell phone. So you can see that I right away got the message saying please call us anytime by 5 p.m. today. Now once you go into the opportunities, now you will be able to see that I am still in the warm leads and I came through the website lead. And now it's a time that I will be able to as a lead, I can maybe give you a call. So the moment, let's say, I call, so now I'm making a call to your front office as a lead, and now for the demo purpose it'll probably go into the voicemail. But once you pick up the phone and talk, now that is something that you will see that the lead will automatically move into the first call, because the first communication already happened. Now as a front office, you can also choose to call directly from this dashboard, or you can actually call from the desktop and add some notes into the contact as well. Hi, I'm Shankar. I'm trying to reach out for an implant consultation. Can you please give me a call back? And the moment you can see that I leave a message, if you go as a front office, once you go into the my contact information, you will be able to see that the information that I called already will start to get recorded. So you can see that there is an inbound call that happened, and we will be able to see right here. I'll give it a minute and the recording of the call automatically will start to appear. So as you can see here, if I click on the play. Hi, I'm Shankar. I'm trying to reach out for an implant consultation. As you can see here, the recording is already here, and since the person actually picked up the phone and called, there is an automatic nurturing that kicks in as well. And the intention here is that to have them get scheduled. So as you can see, new leads and warm leads, the nurturing happens to enable the person to be able to give a phone call. And when the person is in first call, second call, third call, where they're actually giving a call, you can see that the intent is to have them actually scheduled in the appointment of your practice. Now here you can choose, I mean, as a front office, you can see that, again, I am starting to get already text messages. Hi, following up on your earlier call to make sure we take care of your dental concerns, can you book an appointment online? So that's the kind of the text I'm getting already. Now your office can either, let's say, pick up the phone and actually talk to them, or you can actually also talk to them over, by clicking on this little button as well, whichever you feel comfortable about. The moment you do that, you can see that my phone already comes in from Agile Dental Care, and actually I can talk here. Hello. Now you can see that the two-way communication already happened, and this information is going to get stored under Shankar Kupaswamy again. And at any time you can click on this contact here, and add more notes specific to the the communication that is happening. So in this case, let's say I go click on the notes right now, and once I click on the notes, it's like you can say that you need more cost information on implants, like to come in, something like that. You put in your notes in here and say save and update. Now this notes get stored associated with my name in the pipeline here in my contact, and this is accessible to you at any time by clicking on this I button over here. And it says, like, you can look at this, it says the notes we just made for that contact, and at any time you can click on this and add more information. Once you click on it, it will show you all the notes that have been already made. And you can, so this says September 3rd on 2:18 p.m., or just like a minute before, it says need more information. The more notes you add, the more you can refer back, and at any time you are able to click on this contact and be able to look all the conversations that have happened with this contact starting from day zero, from the first time they actually reached out. So you can see here that if you go back, you can see that earlier text messages that were sent, the emails that were sent, the call that got received, and the further the inbound messages that went in. And now that the conversation has happened, now you can see that there are text messages being sent asking to say, what is a good time to come into the office, asking them to book an appointment online. Now they can actually click on this link and actually go to the appointment in your website, calendar on your website, and book a time if they need. Or you can see that they also are followed up with follow-up email saying, following on the recent phone calls, wondering if you are interested in coming into your dental office, right? So things like this. So constant nurturing is being done by AgiLeads. It's a way for your front office to act effectively. So it gives you the chance. So the moment you add some notes in this one, now you can say that, once you talk the next time, you make more notes. Let's say you make another call to the contact, and based on the conversation, let's say you make another call, maybe through your office phone. That should be fine. I get the call again. Let's say, for example, we did talk, and you were able to make some notes based on the call. Now you can see that you can just move the contact onto the second call, and you can actually click on the I and add more notes based on the call that happened. And so in this case, if I click on the I, you can say that you can add more notes to it. Would, let's say, come in next week, for example, and save and update. It's that simple. So once you update more and more notes, you have full history of all the communication that has happened with this particular, the lead, right? And at any time, you can click on this lead. By default, we will associate a dollar value. But let's say in this case, the person who's asking about the implants, based on your communication, let's say $19.99 is the price of your implants, for example. You put in the lead value here. So this will automatically show that there is in the pipeline there is a value of, like, say, 1999, right? So that is a dollar value potential, revenue potential for your practice from this lead. Now there are a few choices here. You, after your conversation, you may find that this is not a good fit for your practice, in which case, let's say Aina is basically the person. Let's say it's not a good fit for your practice. Maybe their insurance doesn't work, maybe they're being rude, or maybe you just find that the expectation they have doesn't align with the practice. Any reason it's not a good fit. Or it could also be like just a marketing call, or sales call, anything like that. So you can actually drag this lead based on what you find, and actually put that in abandon, for example. So the moment you put that in abandon, it is not going to show up anymore on your pipeline here, because you just chose to abandon that particular lead. It's also possible that after multiple follow-ups, you find that this particular person, let's say Jody, for example, wouldn't just respond into any of the messages. So there is a period of 1 month follow-up that happens automatically by AgiLeads on the new leads and warm leads. 1 month of follow-up, a series of text as well as emails that happens. And there is a 2-month follow-up that happens for people who actually picked up the phone and actually talked to you practice. There's a 2-month follow-up automatically being done by AgiLeads, and in addition to all the other follow-ups that you might be doing. This is where the solution gets very, very effective, because it kind of nurtures them on an automatic way from AgiLeads side, and then you also call them and actually figure out what their exact needs are. So overall, the solution becomes very powerful to really convert the leads to become into patients. And so here you see that, let's say if you find that this particular person, Jody, after multiple follow-ups has not been responding at all, and has just fallen off the interest radar, what you can choose to do is, if you don't want to follow up anymore, you can just choose to take them and take the person and actually put them under lost, which means they will not show up in your pipeline anymore. So they don't incorrectly get calculated in your revenue potential here. So you can choose to either abandon them or put them in lost, right? So now the other choice you have is, let's say once they talk and they actually would like to come in, once you have them scheduled in your calendar, let's say you can take my Shankar, for example, and just drag and drop into schedule, which means that you already scheduled them. Now this is a person who's expected to come to your practice. So once this is how the whole pipeline works, where you are able to nurture the leads through AgiLeads, as well as you calling them personally, and actually move them further and further forward in the funnel to get them scheduled for your practice. And now the dashboard on the left will give you the summary of how many opportunities that are there in the pipeline. And you can see that there are about 18 opportunities in the pipeline right now, and the pipeline value is about $28,000. So that is the active pipeline that you can nurture to be able to realize this potential revenue for your practice. Here, coming back into the opportunities, right now by default we always show only the active leads in the pipeline that you can nurture. And at any point you can also go back, and instead of open, you can always say all. And when you say all, it is also going to show you the leads that gotten abandoned and the leads that gotten lost as well, with a little tag in there. So as you can see, Aina is someone that we chose to abandon, and you can see that Jody is a person that we chose to move it under lost. So by default you want to but see all the open ones, because those are the active leads that you want to work on. And all these leads early on will be sorted based on the latest communication that happened with the lead. So you can kind of go through these leads, anything that is deep down in the stack, which means that they have not been worked on for a while. So it's a good idea to kind of take the leads, not let them sit for a while, and work on them and keep moving them down to the funnel and get them scheduled for your practice. And anytime you want to look at the latest conversations that are happening, you can click on the conversations tab here, and you can see that the latest communications that have been going on with different leads here. The leads again can contact your practice from various sources. They can be phone calls, they could be a contact form, or they could be, let's say a chat window over here. They can reach out here as well. So let's say it's a contact form kind of a thing on the website that they can fill in as well. They can go on Facebook and fill in the messenger message as well, and they can go to GMB chat and click in. All these leads all the conversations will be brought in here, and there are email notifications sent to your practice as well. As you can see here, there is a website lead early on that came in, and this is an email of the dentist or your front office, that you can see that anytime a person fills in the form on the website, you are able to get the email notification. Anytime they send messages back to you, sure, I will call you soon, you can see that it is something that you are getting notified on. Similarly, you get a phone call, you get more information, you get even the recording of the call via the email as well. That way you have full visibility on all the communications that is happening. But I would recommend that personally, it's best to look into the one tab, which is the opportunities. You can bookmark this URL on your browser, and just save this so that you can log into the dashboard anytime and look at the latest set of opportunities that are in your pipeline. What is the revenue potential that you have for your practice? That how many opportunities are in your pipeline and what is the revenue potential that you can work on. So that's a summary of how your front office, as a front office, you will be using this dashboard. Hope this video was helpful. See you in the next video.